This is a tool that could boost your reading and comprehension by a factor of 5. It is powered by ChatGPT, and today I'm showing you all the features. Now, the tool is only available on the website. As you can see, the website is straightforward. All you have to do is just drop your PDF document on the drop zone here, and then you can just chat with the document. Now, before we get there, let's take a look at the pricing model of this tool. They have a free model which allows you to upload a document that is 120 pages long, which I think it's a good way to start using the tool. Now, only allow you to ask 50 questions a day. So if you have a lot of questions to ask to your document, you might feel limited. And then they have a plus subscription that allows you 2,000 pages per document, and then they allow you to ask 1,000 questions a day. So that should fulfill all your needs for a PDF document. Now, I loaded a document here, which is the annual report for Aston Martin. And this is a typical document that maybe an investor could upload. This document is a good example here for our tool because you have a lot of data scattered around the document. It could be captions under images, tables, or it could be key metrics on a page. Okay, so one thing you might want to do as an investor is ask the document what are the key metrics that shows that Aston Martin did well this year. So right off the bat, one feature I love about this tool is that it gives you the page where it read the information from. So this is very useful to fact check everything that it says, because remember, it uses ChatGPT under the hood, and we know that sometimes ChatGPT gets very confused and it just gives you some nonsense. So this is a good summary of the information it gives me from the document that, I just don't want to read the 120 pages to read that. And that's a very good summary that I would like to know as an investor. So now I would like to see if it can read the table, and I'm gonna ask him what is the actual adjusted EPS for the year 2022. So here we can see that it actually read the information from the table, which is pretty amazing. So for the year 2022, it read the 114. And here it is. Now, that being said, it's very confusing because when I ask for the specific year 2022, it actually cannot find the information. But when I don't ask for a particular year, then all of a sudden it finds the right one. Now, if I ask for 2021, then it finds the proper value, which is 70.9, and which is correct. So I don't understand how the tool cannot find out for the year 2022 when the year 2021 is built on the same format. So these are little hiccups that sometimes ChatGPT has, and we are limited by ChatGPT 3.5. Now, it would be very interesting to use ChatGPT 4 and see how better it performs. Nevertheless, that is still very impressive that you can extract data from the table in the document. Another example I'm curious about is the attendance to the board meetings for different people. And here I find it might be hard for a tool to actually understand this data. And this is where I would like to test it. So let's take Robin Freestone that attended the meeting 11 times out of 14, and let's see if ChatPDF is able to find the answer. And it did, so which is pretty impressive. Honestly, I understood that the Robin Freestone attended 11 out of 14 times the board meeting. So honestly, I'm pretty amazed by this result, and I think it's a fantastic tool to use to summarize your PDF. Okay, now let's try real quick about a more scientific document, which is a poker AI document that I read a few years ago, and I would like to see how it does to understand, how it works and all the science behind it. So here I've been chatting with the document. I asked the document quite a few questions about the algorithm that they used and how I could implement it myself. And honestly, I find it amazing that you can interact with the document. I feel it's a new way to actually read a complex document. Instead of putting your head down and trying to understand what they actually went through, I feel like I'm talking to the people who did the study, and I can interact with them, and I can ask, like, how would you do the algorithm? Could I do it on my own? Or how does it work exactly? What do you mean by blueprint? What's a CFR algorithm? And I think it's a fantastic way to just learn, complex information to just, digest it by, asking questions, having small answers, and so on. So I think it's great to read more complex, like scientific research papers or manuals or any maybe presentation that are hard to digest. Now, keep in mind that on the website, they don't say anything about privacy. So what happened to Samsung recently with ChatGPT, so be extremely careful about the data that you upload on the tool, because it's probably gonna be public, knowledge at that point. Okay, so I gave you an overview of what the tool can do and how it could be useful. I think it's a tremendous tool for people who are reading a lot of complex material that can help you digest it a lot. Now, would I pay a subscription for it? I think I might, honestly, if I had a lot of documents, a lot of complex document I would need to read. I love this interaction. Now, I would like to see it with a stronger ChatGPT, more robust, less, random throwing answers out there. But honestly, it's very good at the moment, and I think I could definitely pay a subscription for it. Now, keep in mind that's something you can actually do using just ChatGPT, right? You just copy the text of the PDF and you send it to ChatGPT. Now, I'm wondering if they use a particular structure for the text that they send to ChatGPT so that it can understand what the table are about and how they are composed. All right, so we have a score of 6.5 for accuracy because, too many times with the Aston Martin document, I didn't show you, but I've struggled a little bit, so it's not too accurate. But for the poker AI document, it was actually pretty accurate. So, but I want to be balanced here because there's room for improvement. The interface is very basic and nothing extraordinary, but it does the job. So 7. The platforms, it's only available on the website, but website is accessible from your mobile phone as well. So just a 5 because there's no app and nothing fancy. You cannot download it either on your computer. So just a 5. Time saved is an 8 because I think you're gonna save a lot of time using this tool, interacting. If not just because you still have to read, but just interacting with the document itself. It's just a tremendous amount of time saved there. And the ease of use is a 10. I mean, you cannot do easier than that. You just drop the document and then you start talking to it. So that's definitely a 10. And the value it brings overall, for me, it's a 7. It's just definitely something you should have in your toolbox and use on a daily basis.